I am still David. This is the third tutorial. So let us proceed in HTML tags, attributes, and how to comment. A tag simply means the name that is going inside the angle marks. The tag name will go inside the angle marks, those angle marks. So that tag name is a start tag or the opening tag. So in HTML, just know that it's a language of tags. Yeah, every tag has opening and closing. So when you are closing, you use the angle mark, then a forward slash, and the tag name should match with the tag name that was in the start tag. Yeah, so that is the syntax. I will give you some of the examples of tags in HTML, and know that there are hundreds of tags. We can't preview them in one tutorial, but we shall be interacting with them with due time. So it is also a high chance for you to go and research on more. I will give you a link where you can access those tags of HTML. Some of them were reduced from earlier versions of HTML. They are no longer being used in HTML5. So I will show you, but let us give some of the precise examples of tags. So I'm indenting so that they are nested in the body, because they will be visible in HTML in the browser section. So I will use the heading tags. For example, I will use headings. So all the heading tags goes into H tags. So in HTML, the tags for H start from 1 to 6. So 7 and as you go down, the group does not exist yet. Maybe they are in process of inventory. So I will use heading 1. So I've opened heading 1 and I'm also closing heading 1. So that's the start tag and the end tag. So the content goes here. So let me type some content. HTML tags and attributes. Alright, so you make sure you save. So when you refresh, you will see the font and the fonts that is being displaced. So as I told you, the browsers will use these tags to know how to display the content. So the tags themselves are not displayed. So I've said in headings, they run from 1 to 6. Yeah, so let me write the others. I have just pasted for the purpose of time. Yeah, so make sure you save again and see how they are going. So let me zoom a bit so that you see. So you can see the difference between the headings 1 up to 6. The font size, the bolds, they are decreasing down. So that's an example of heading tags. P means paragraph, they go in P's. So you make sure you open and close. Yeah, so you can write some text there. I am a paragraph. So let us try to run that. So you can see I'm a paragraph, it is there. Yeah, you can try to copy and paste it so that you duplicate it. So make sure you save. So you can see all the P paragraphs begin from the fresh line. So there is something we call nesting tags. You can still nesting, I said you can place some minor tags into major tags. Like for example, I may want a paragraph to be in bold nature. So I can nest a tag there named bold. So it will be in B tag, and I close at the end of the word paragraph. So B. So you save again and refresh. So you'll see the paragraph going to bold. Maybe input. The input tags. So let us see. So you can see the input tag allow you to enter some text in the browsers. However, there are some other tags that don't they lack their respective end tags. Another sample of that tag that may lack an end tag is horizontal. I may wish to underline this line, this heading 1. So you just insert at the end of that line, you just insert HR. So HR means horizontal rule. So it will underline this heading. So you can see there is an underlined line. If you add another one, HR, another one, and save, it will still double underline. So if you want to double underline, you insert two HRs. So that is interesting point of tags. So there are so many tags. I will not expound on all of them, but here is an example of the list that you are going to be using. So I've just listed some of the tags here. So take your time and go through all of them. You can pause this video as I continue to scroll and practice everyone. So there are some of them they are not supported in HTML5, like dir not supported in 5, but we use UL for now. So we have so many of them. Frame not supported. So frame set, they work in earlier versions of HTML, but now they have been reduced. So there are hundreds of them. This one is not also working. So there are so many of them that are not working. They have been reduced to their functionality. So some of them we use CSS instead. So in attributes they give more information about the tags, and attributes are placed inside the start tags of HTML. So a good example, I will start with the language attribute. So there are so many types of attributes, but I shall just give the mains. So there is a language attribute that you can tell the search engine of the browser that the lang that you are using is maybe English. So that is the syntax. So you start with the attribute name. The name will be lang equals to, then a string like now if it is English it will be en. So that is an example of an attribute. As you can see it's inside the HTML, so it is placed in an HTML. So it is very important in the search engines, but it will not be displayed in the browser. So another attribute I will give an example is title. So let me give h1 an attribute we call title. So the attribute name is title equals to the value. So the value will be in quotations. You can use double quotation or single, but if the content or the value of the attribute has one of the quotations, then you are allowed to use both of them. Like for example, I want to say the title is I am a tooltip. So that content or that value is called a tooltips. So if I save it and refresh, I want you to observe when I hover on this text. So you will see a pop-up box telling me that it is I am a tooltip. The text I have written here. So that's the work of a title attribute in the H1s. I will use another type of attributes like type. Like here in the input type, you can see later when we shall be using how to create forms, we shall use input more. So here it allows me to input anything, numbers, text. So I may want to limit maybe to input a certain type of data. Maybe I want the input to be numbers only, number. Okay. So here it will allow me to enter numbers alone, but I can't enter any other things but numbers alone. So there are many. So the type attributes are many. It can be date. Yeah. So if it's date, you will see the way it is giving me. So it varies depending on the browsers that you are using. So if you click on today, it gives you the date of today. Yeah, it can be so many of them, can be color. Yeah, so it will give me the color values. Source attributes. So source attributes, I will use a good example of image. I will insert a demo image. I will insert a demo image, but images I will explain later in the tutorials. So the source attribute specify the URL of the image. So here it is URL that is going there, and this image I've placed it in the same folder with the HTML file. It is named devel1, and if you hover on it, it is or you can go to properties. So when you go to properties, the name of the is devel1 and the type of the file is GPG. So that is the information that I require from that image. So I will write the full URL paths, but since they are in the same folder, I can just write the name of that image alone dot the file type GPG. Yeah, nice. So save and try to refresh. So that image is down here. Yeah, so you can see it is very big. So I can add another attributes we call the width. It's recommended that you write them in a small letter, like width. So the attribute name is width, and the value is that measurements that I want. Let's say 200 pixel. If you don't understand that, worry not, we shall do it in image tutorials. And the height of that image, I want to set it to say auto, so it will be responsive according to the web page. So if I save and refresh, so you will see that image is there. That is me and my friend called Steve Lohan. Okay, so that's a source attribute, height attribute, and the width attribute. Let me show you the last one because my time is over, the href attribute. So I will use an example of a link, but also links I will explain them special in another tutorial. So links are placed in anchor tag or a tag. So let me open it and close that link. Okay, so I want to create a link that if you click it, it will redirect you to a YouTube. So I'll just write a content like click me to visit YouTube. Nice. So there is an attribute we call href that will give me the path to YouTube. So YouTube, because it is an external link, it is taking me to the internet. I will use the HTTPS. Those ones I will explain them later. Requests. So HTTPS full colon, then double forward slash, then you write World Wide Web www.youtube.com. Yeah, so make sure you save. I hope we are together. Nice. So from our browser we shall refresh, and this is our link. Same telling you click me, you go to YouTube. So I'll try to click. So you have see it is loading YouTube. Oops, I am offline, but I'm YouTube already. So maybe if you are my friend, yeah, you can spoil my M-Pesa line up there so that I buy Wi-Fi. I will add target attribute. Blank means that if you click that link, it will open a new tab. So it has to open a new tab, but it maintains my original tab. So thank you. See you in the next tutorial. I think we shall do commenting. Peace.